Did you ever see Caitlin Clark play basketball? If you don't, you're truly missing out. We shall now examine a topic that will cause you to reconsider. You'll want to see it through to the end because I assure you, you won't believe it at first. Caitlin Clark's actual size will astonish you. And I can't wait to show you why she is currently receiving so much attention. It's going to get extremely intriguing, so keep an eye out. Caitlin Clark is considered one of the best basketball players of all time. To start, she is not just gifted, but she also has such control over the game that spectators are pausing to watch. Caitlin's long-range shooting, court vision, and ability to make moves seem effortless make her a dangerous opponent. However, you may be shocked to learn how large she actually is. It isn't what you would expect from a player of her caliber. Yes, you will be surprised when you finally detect Caitlin Clark's physical presence, even though you might not see it at first. So what's the secret? Let's begin. When you first see Caitlin Clark on the court, you might think she's just another tall player. You could be forgiven for assuming that because she clearly looks the part. Caitlin's size is noteworthy, though, because she doesn't fit the mold of a basketball player. While 6 feet tall is impressive for anyone, Caitlin Clark's height pales in comparison to some of the other contestants. But what distinguishes her is how she uses that size. She relies on more than just height and athletic prowess, unlike other players. Instead, it all boils down to her exceptional basketball IQ, talent, and strategy. However, Caitlin Clark's actual size is so distinctive because of the way she utilizes her complete body. She's tall, but she's also quite athletic and strong. Her balance, agility, and endurance are exceptional. Caitlin doesn't have to outpace everyone to score or get the ball. Her ability to read the game, her quick reflexes, and her body control make her an amazing beast on the court. Despite having worked hard to get there, she appears to have an unfair advantage. When you observe her in action, you will see someone who is totally in control of her size, not someone who is just trying to keep up with the game. Now let's talk about her shooting. Caitlin Clark has one of the most deadly shooting styles in basketball, regardless of gender. We're talking about crazy three-pointers that are made from far beyond the arc. She is extremely dangerous not just because of her stature, but also because of her ability to shoot over defenders with ease. Her height gives her an advantage over taller players, but her skill and self-assurance are what actually make her shots lethal. She can clear space and get her shot off in situations that could intimidate other players. She maintains her composure under pressure and understands exactly when to let go of the ball. If you have ever seen Caitlin make a long-range three-pointer, you know exactly what I mean. It's an art form, and her size plays a big part in how smooth it is. Even more shocking, though, is the fact that Caitlin Clark's size gives her a defensive edge in addition to an offensive one. Even while she might not have the same wingspan as some of the bigger players, her speed allows her to get into position and block shots. She is an expert on both sides of the floor when it comes to basketball. She knows the right place at the right time. Caitlin is always in the right place at the right moment, whether it's getting a steal, grabbing a rebound, or closing out on a shot. Rather from being a disadvantage, her size is a strength. This is one of the things that contributes to her supremacy, even though many fans may not be aware of it at first. Of course, we can't ignore her mental approach either. Caitlin Clark is unquestionably more than just a person. Her ability to think is one of the most powerful aspects of her game. Her way of thinking is that of a clutch player. No one can frighten her, as evidenced by her behavior on the court. Her unshakable confidence makes her stand out in every game she plays. Whether it's an early three-pointer or a game-winning shot, Caitlin can step up when her team needs her most. Her mental tenacity, which is just as important as her physical attributes, makes her one of the hardest players to deal with in any situation. One of the factors contributing to Caitlin Clark's incredible growth is the way she handles all the attention. She is frequently discussed, praised, and contrasted with other players, but she refuses to let that pressure get to her. She continues to work very hard, avoids the glitz, and stays grounded. Caitlin's dedication to being the best version of herself is admirable. It reminds you that being great is more than just having a lot of physical strength. It's also about how you play the game, how hard you work, and how you look. So what can we take away from all of this? More important than her height or appearance is the way Caitlin Clark uses every part of her body, her intelligence, and her skill set to win the game. She's not making an effort to fit the stereotype of what a basketball player should look like. She is paving her own path and proving to the world that success is unaffected by height or physical characteristics. Your dedication, your passion, and your adaptability under any situation decide it. Before we wrap up, remember that Caitlin Clark's journey has been one of constant development, regardless of what some people may think. She is a live example of what may be achieved with tenacity and diligence. When you watch Caitlin Clark on the court, keep in mind that size isn't everything What matters is how she uses it to her advantage and rises to become one of the best players in the game today. We appreciate you watching. Please click the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to tell your friends about it if you also think highly of Caitlin Clark. Please subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you in the next one.